We need to buy an antenna or something.
Or do a direct line from our all the way to here. So you're gonna need to tell that story again. We're back on. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry guys, we don't know why that's happening. Bear with us. Please don't leave.
Sorry, don't leave. We're trying our best.
Upgraded the internet.
We need you.
Let's see. Everybody's coming back slowly. I can tell right here. All right. Let's get some getting back online music here. And play a little instrumental. Everybody's coming back. Tell your story again, real quick. Karen's gonna start the story over while people are sort of gathering.
Well, hey, I wrote this song called Rosalie for a little girl that I used to be in love with. She was the daughter of a friend, and every time I had to drive away from her, it broke my heart. Because kids grow so fast. And the next time you see them is a different world. And they just don't understand why we can't all be together. Actually, I don't understand why we can't all be together.
Agreed.
But we're glad you're here. This is called Rosalie. 3, 4. On the old back porch, we were looking at the man in the moon. She was wrapped in a blue blanket. She was clinging to my hand, knowing I'd be leaving again soon. She feels the weight of my going, but she cannot see the part of me I leave behind when I'm away. She wants an answer to a question. She doesn't have the words to ask. I'd like to tell her that I'll stay. And I see Rosalie standing at the entrance of her life, wondering at the world with eager eyes. I would show her the right road, but she will find it on her own. Rosalie, Rosalie. Rosalie is watching through the window, through the rain, as I start my car and drive into the night. I know she'll have new words to say and bigger clothes to wear the next time I drive back into her side. Against my cheek, I feel her weight on my shoulder. I feel her yawning off her sleep. I wish that I was still there to hold her. And I see Rosalie standing at the entrance of her life, wondering at the world with eager eyes. I would show her the right road, but I'm still guessing at my own. Rosalie, entrance of her life, wondering at the world with eager eyes. I would show her the right road, and she will find it on her own. Rosalie, Rosalie.
Alright, so apparently there's no sound. Is there still no sound?
Aw.
I mean, this is really frustrating
Aw.
because everything is working correctly. We've got... Wait.
We put
Yeah, there's sound coming up right here. It's just not going out to the restream. Who can hear sound? Oh, it's back. Okay, great. It's probably just all the data just collecting and catching up. So we're back at Strings Attached, and we appreciate your patience with us while we work out and figure out what's going on out there. live.stringsattached.org is where you make a donation. Maybe we can afford to have somebody do the tech part for us at some point in the future. We're really trying to bring a good quality sound. Like, we've got great mics, and we're thankful to have a partnership with Lewis Shanks of Austin, who's going to allow all these receipts from the donations to be taken to them for discounts at their store. And we're glad you're here today. We're celebrating the music from Karen Mall's recording, Mercury's Wings, which if you make a donation of $30 or more, we're going to send this to you signed. That's another thing. There's a lot of things today. If you do $10 or more donation, you get 3 mystery songs that weren't available last week that are only available today. This is the telethon part of the broadcast, live from Austin, Texas. Again, live.stringsattached.org. The link is right there. And we're glad that you joined us. There are so many things that have to be done to make this work, and I'm glad that Karen is being game over there. Like, if I just touch one thing, the whole thing goes off. So I noticed a lot of the other broadcasts, Jessica and Guy Forsyth, they're having issues too. We're all just learning about this. Hopefully we're still on. I see everything on. So thanks for bearing with us.
Currently
Really? We should be. Did I just bump it off? I was clicking over to check something. All right. Well, some days it's Mercury in retrograde, not Mercury's wings.
Aww.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Sorry, I was on the Europe recording. Switched to live stream now. What?
Who's talking?
David Legier. Hey, if anybody wants to text me, 512-589-8749, that's the quickest way to let me know about any of the sound issues. But I think we're back. No, we're not. It's just when it does this, it freezes up. So now you're back.
Yep.
I went in here, I changed the settings so that there's less data going out through the tubes. Okay, what do we got next? We'll assume we got a song by Doogie McLean. I'm waiting for it to catch up here. YouTube stream is fine, according to Deb. Okay, Liz is saying that I still hear you. So guys, we upgraded the internet. I went and changed the settings, and we're still having this issue of the video freezing in some places. So we'll figure that out next week. We've got a song by Doogie McLean. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah.
Doogie McLean. And I'm looking on... We got Paul Murray listening. We got Chantel Brady Woodall from Lewis Shanks. And Doogie McLean was born in 1954. He's a Scottish singer-songwriter, composer, multi-instrumentalist. Described as one of Scotland's premier singer-songwriters, McLean has performed under both his own name and part of the multiple folk bands since the mid-70s. His most famous piece, His most famous pieces include The Gale, which became the main theme to 1992 film The Last of the Mohicans. Yes, we're training how to become radio hosts live before you, how to read, how to look at a Facebook feed at the same time, how to have your own background music. You guys are so wonderful to be patient with us. He grew up in the Perthshire countryside, where his father was a gardener. His mother played melodeon and his father played the fiddle. To support himself in the 70s, McLean was a driver for Doc Watson and the Merle Watson. See, I already messed it up. McLean was a driver for Doc Watson and Merle Watson during their tour around Europe. So I see we have 17 people watching on Strings Attached Facebook page, so that must mean we're back in full force. So Karen's going to do this song. I'm going to plug in the beautiful healing hands of reverb. Yes. And I like to get close on the mic like this and sound really intimate, really close right here. What about this song, Karen? I love it. I love the melody. It really takes you away.
Yes, it does. And it is about communing with nature, which we've been doing quite a bit of.
Okay, I'm hoping that we're all back. Please let us know in the comments how you're enjoying the show, where you're watching this from. Hearts and likes are helpful. Share the video and make a donation. This helps us right now, since we've lost all of our performance income, and we understand not everybody can make a donation. So we're not the only ones that are out work. If you have a job still and you can afford a donation, we are so appreciative of that at live.stringsattached.org. Karen.
Any amount is very gratefully accepted. I'm walking out easy and I'm walking out slow. I'm taking this old road to a place that I know. And I can't feel the rain and I don't feel the snow over my mountain. And it's cold, getting colder, but I'm feeling so warm. I'm flying so high, I just can't feel the storm. And it's a long time ago I was here on my own, over my mountain. And isn't it strange how things happen to be? We're 20 years on and he's no stranger to me. And all the old stories are easy to see when I'm out over my mountain. So in sad isolation, I'm feeling so good. I've drifted too far, but I knew that I would. And it seems that I'm laughing, and I knew that I could, over my mountain. So I'm walking out easy, and I'm walking out slow. I'm taking this old road to a place that I know. And I can't feel the rain and I don't feel the snow over my mountain.
just joined us, we are Karen Mall and Will Taylor. We're live from Austin, Texas. We're glad
I'm
that
Karen
you're
Mall.
here.
He's Will Taylor.
That's right. Was that in proper English?
No, just clarifying.
I think I just figured it out. We have really low
You did?
download. So we have almost like 0.5 megabits download, but we have like 20 megabits upload. So that means that everybody can see us out there really well, because I'm getting plenty of texts in.
Okay.
But we can't. When I look on our little monitor here, it's just freezing up because our download is so low. So we're just going to assume, I've got several friends that are texting me. If it goes completely down, if one of the friends could text me, then that would be nice to know. Otherwise, we're going to assume that the show's going great. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate your donations. This is our livelihood right now, live.stringsattached.org. We know that many people have lost their jobs. Many people still have their jobs. My daughter just started a job working for HEB, helping out.
Yay, HEB.
Yay, HEB. We're so thankful. Oh, my gosh. I think that it's a great job for her because she's helping out the elderly with their grocery shopping. All the different ins and outs, like what I'm doing with the technical part here, which is filling up most of my brain and leaving like 10% left for the music, because it's very similar to the feed that is Jessica and Guy Forsyth. Jessica's over there doing all the technical stuff, and Guy's kind of running the show. So I'm very thankful for Karen running the show, running the musical part of the show, and I'm the 90% tech brain for tonight.
Tech wizard.
Yeah, and once we get this all together,
He's a wizard.
Maybe I can join the music more. So it's good to have a sense of humor about these things, right? Thanks for tuning in tonight, and we're just going to keep on smiling at the blue light because we know you guys are watching. Show's running well. We're thanking Louis Shanks of Austin that is going to allow you any donations you make up to. I talked to the guy. He said if somebody makes a $50,000 donation to us tonight, they can come in and use that $50,000 towards a third.
$150,000 worth of merchandise.
So if you make a $1,000 donation to us tonight, you can go buy something for $3,000, and it will only cost you $2,000. If you bring in the receipts from your donations tonight, guys, there's so many cool things tonight, and we have Karen Mall's recording that we're celebrating, Mercury's Wings. You can get the program for tonight with all the lyrics to all the songs. If you just make even $1 donation, you'll get that in your inbox immediately with 3 really cool songs from us that weren't available last week. Thanks for all the feedback. We're here every Tuesday at 7:30, 1 o'clock on Monday for.
Yes, we sure are.
And we appreciate your companionship digitally. I have a friend who is having a really hard time with the not being able to be with her community, and I've tried to say to her, "Hey, this is just temporary. We will be back. This is a good time to be creative," and she's having a really hard time with not being able to be in touch with her friends and family. And Karen and I are very lucky because we live on the land.
We're
and
very
what is it like here?
fortunate.
You want to tell them about what?
It's so beautiful. Our 7-year-old daughter, Coralina, is running around on 2 acres, and her little best friend lives right next door to us with her amazing parents who are such a help to us and such great community members. So it's pretty nice around here. It's hard to be sad when you have this little 7-year-old joy just bursting out at the seams. It's pretty wonderful.
Yeah.
We were homeschoolers already, so our transition was not as difficult as some people's have been. But what a great time to spend lots of time together, like 24 hours a day together, which is a lot of hours all in a row. But home is actually a really wonderful place, and I hope your home is a wonderful place too.
We hope so. And we'd love to hear your stories. Send them to will@willtaylor.com. If you're on our email list, just send them there when you get an email from me. Or if you want to be on our list and get a little reminder once a week of what's going on with this show, you can subscribe at StringsAttachedMusic.net. We'd love to have you over there. And we're going to continue on now. Back to the music. We're assuming everything is coming through great. So we are going to just play several songs back to back without any more announcements.
Yes, this is a song that I wrote that it's really a song about how do you keep the fire going. Not just in a relationship, but also just in the creative self. I wrote this song at a time when I was in a relationship and I was just kind of entering that kind of post-honeymoon phase, to use a cliche, and entering, real stability and contentment, and we all know what that's like. And how do you go into that place and not be complacent and not be bored with your life? So keeping the fire in a relationship and keeping the fire in being massively creative, even when you're living in a smooth life. This is called Where the Seeds Are Found. Billy learned to write poetry alone in his room. Some whiskey and his coffee was all the company he had. He would treat his wounds with words of wishful thinking, pouring out on a yellow legal pad. But that was years ago, before he met Rose, before he found his home in her face. Now his time alone dwindles as his family grows. He's not writing wishful poetry these days. He can't think of what he'd wish for anyway. Living on a peaceful ocean, drifting with a quiet pleasure. But now and then the questions rise like waves. It's the ones that can't be answered that you treasure. That's where the seeds are found. Watches the faces of her sleeping sons, pulls the blankets back down over little feet. There are times she can't wait for her babies to wake up, but most nights she can't wait for them to fall asleep. And she knows this is the life she chose. For years she dreamed of babies unborn. And she still sleeps close to Billy's side, but these nights she can't recall what dreams are for. She can't think of what to dream of anymore. Living on a peaceful ocean, drifting with a quiet pleasure. But now and then the questions rise like waves. It's the ones that can't be answered that you treasure. So reach back, reach forward, reach in, reach down, find the place that's tender to the touch. It's a gift just to feel so much. That's where the seeds are found.
Karen Mall playing songs from Mercury's Wings, which you can see right back on her shoulder there, I think.
I have to say also that song was really inspired at the time by my infatuation with the songwriting of Slade Cleaves, except that he would have said everything in about half as many words as I did.
So we're going to move on to another song from the album. We'd love to hear your ideas, other albums you'd like to hear, other artists, other themes. You can do a lot of different kinds of music. And we are going to do a few other tunes besides Karen's tonight, but it's great to celebrate her as a songwriter tonight. Karen Mall, Mercury's Wings. I love this song. When I was listening to this next one today, I was pining for the activities that are described.
Oh, you were?
I was really feeling the emotion of it. Yeah, it's like, I wish we were there, and I wish maybe. Yeah, I had the feeling like, you're not dead yet. You could still do those things.
Yes.
Karen's talking about a time of youth when she was.
Yes.
Living her childhood dreams on two areas, two cities.
And I was crazy enough to ride a road bike on these crazy bike and ski trails in Peninsula State Park. It just incredible treachery to myself.
And so we're gonna do this, or Karen's gonna do this song of hers. Great to feature.
Can you put that back on my page?
To put what's that?
It's not on my page anymore.
Oh yeah, hand it to me.
Yeah. No, it's.
I sure can.
Can you plug that in?
Yep.
Hi, bear with us. Yes. The funny thing is, this song, it's called Gibraltar Road, and it's about a beautiful place I lived in, beautiful Door County, Wisconsin, for half the year. Summer and fall, I lived in beautiful Door County, Wisconsin.
There you go.
And
lots of comments.
I used to ride my bike around, as I said, and go back to New York City in the fall, which was always a great culture shock, and it was lonesome, really, and I felt out of sorts trying to get back to my other big city life. And what you don't really know, Will, or maybe you can kind of hear it in these lines, is that underlying this beautiful life that I had was a great heartbreak. It's a song
about. Oh, really?
About, yeah.
Is that so, Karen?
It's a song about.
Yeah, that's right.
Heartbreak.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't hear it actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to it differently now.
Listen close.
Let's see if I can find it. Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'll put some heartbreak in the fiddle lines.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, the songs are multi-layered, really. Sure. Yeah.
They are.
And the most beautiful memories have the most sorrow embedded in them. Really. That's true. Don't they?
Yep. I have to constantly lean up. See, for talking, I have to be here, but the fiddle is so darn loud. Back here. Okay. You're ready.
Okay, where am I? Here am I. A bicycle tire spins the pavement away. Vagabond child, I am lost to the day. The spinning of wheels makes me sad. I'm a castaway and I'm turning back home again. Leaves whirl around me like carnival paper, a clown on a bicycle cutting a caper. The spinning of wheels makes me sad. Those skyscrapers are on the horizon again. Oh, Gibraltar Road, sing to me. New York City is far from my mind. The door to the past that I dreamed as a child has opened, and I've heard the call of the wild. Songs in the trees and songs in the wind. The lake is a melody without an end. In the sound of the waves I've learned to hear harmony, and now I must leave again. Oh, Gibraltar Road, sing to me. New York City is far from my mind. The door to the past that I dreamed as a child has opened, and I've heard the call of the wild. The summer it burned. My scars are tattoos of the lessons I've learned. But the mandala, it spins and we sing as it turns. Everything comes around again. Oh, Gibraltar Road, sing to me. New York City is far from my mind. The door to the past that I dreamed as a child has opened, and I've heard the call of the wild. On Gibraltar Road, take me back to Gibraltar Road. Road.
Oh, nice. Yeah, any comments? Let's read a few people that are here. Let's talk about who's here. Cheryl and David are here from Taylor, Texas. Please let us know where you're watching this from. Make a little note. Put in there what Strings Attached shows you've been to in the past. Karen has been collaborating with Strings Attached for over 11 years now. The first show she did with us was Rubber Soul in 2009. And where are you watching from? What are you enjoying? What's going on in your world? Tracy Gilchrist, yes, are one of our regulars. Tracy Schultz, Rick Carlos, violin player, Paul Murray. Lots of great, fun people here that we know.
Hi, Sharon.
Kimberly Trevino, Chantel, our neighbor, Brady Woodall from Lewis Shanks. We're going to move on now to our next song, and I'm going to pick up the guitar while Karen is announcing it.
This is a song also from my record Mercury's Wings, but it's written by Tish Hinojosa and Peter Rowan. What a duo, huh?
Solo tus ojos, sueño tus ojos, siempre a mi lado. Ojos, solo tus ojos, luz luz de estrellita de enamorados. Claro de luna hermosa, sabe que es cosa preciosa. Solo un recuerdo esos ojos, dueños de mi amor. Como estos ojos quieren quererte. Claro de luna hermosa, sabe que es cosa preciosa. Solo un recuerdo esos ojos, dueños de mi amor. Ojos, solo tus ojos.
Caramal playing songs from her album Mercury's Wings. We appreciate your donations tonight. We come live every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to play for you a brand new show.
Hi, Jeannie. Hi, Bill.
StringsAttached.org to make a donation of $10 or more, please, per viewer. We are asking for a goodwill, honorable donation if you can afford it, or share the video if you can afford it. Bring up some friends to watch the show with some popcorn, virtually, of course. We're celebrating the music of Caramal and her album Mercury's Wings, and we appreciate the donations because that's what we are surviving on. For those of you that can afford it, that still have jobs, we are so appreciative of you passing the word. We're so appreciative of Lewis Shanks of Austin for partnering with us. Every dollar that you donate tonight can be used as a discount in their store. And we are so thankful for Lewis Shanks for getting the word out, and the Statesman, and just everybody out there that's helping musicians in Austin survive this period. And we're going to do our part to bring positive, amazing performances and stories, and we want to read your stories on the air. So
we'll have some guests, some virtual guests coming in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, next week.
We're inviting friends we know who are amazing to send us their videos that we're going to put on air on our show. Leanne Atherton next week will be
Mark Utter
appearing before you virtually.
Right. Mark Utter is going to be on the show from Terlingo, Texas, out in Big Bend country. So we have two guests next week.
Hi, Lauralee. Hi, Rumi. Hi, Scooter.
Who else we got here? We have, let us know where you're watching this from. Ann Wright from Hartsdale, New York.
Let's play another song.
Wait a minute. It's like, let me get there. I'm getting there.
This is
all right, here we go. Let me get a little reverb going. Now we're ready. Okay.
Hi, David. 3, 4.
to see beyond the headlights to find your way back home. You don't have to know which way the wind blows to know it chills you to the bone. 15 hours out of Memphis, there's a preacher on the radio. There's a midnight call for your salvation. You got 1,000 miles to go. There's a promise in the night sky, a belief in things you haven't seen. So you're counting down the exits and all the miles that lie between. You don't have to see beyond the headlights to find your way back home. You don't have to know which way the wind blows to know it chills you to the bone. You've got a backseat full of doubts and good intentions. You can't wait to know what's wrong or right. Can't make the time go faster no matter how hard you drive. There is no shortcut on this road tonight. Not the journey. You know the sign is not the road. So shine your lights on the highway. Keep your hands on the wheel. You will find everything you need to know. So drive all night if you want to, like there's an answer to the questions in your bones. You don't have to see beyond the headlights to find your way back home. Go and find your way back home. Maybe you're already home.
Awesome.
Hi, Grammy.
Now we're going to do Lori McLean, thanks for tuning in. And Terry Lynn, neighbor from Austin, Texas. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your donations. Some people will say don't call it a donation, so whatever you want to call it.
Hope Nunnery is watching.
Pay us for our performance tonight. That we've put a lot of time into preparing this. We have show notes, we have charts, we have stories, like this story right here. This is a Home Hotel from our album called House of Wills, and this is from Willie Nelson's album, which was called Here's Willie Nelson. And Bob Wills wrote the liner notes to this album. And Nelson worked out several songs on his second album while touring with his wife, Shirley, and steel guitarist Jimmy Day while playing shows as the trio The Offenders. Nelson later expressed dissatisfaction with the recorded version of Home Motel, a song he described as another study in despair. And it was typical of the frustration that he would feel regarding the tepid sound of his albums in the decade ahead. Said Willie, "It was a thrill to play the song live. Jimmy Day had his steel guitar weeping just enough, and Shirley added just a touch of harmony, and I got to sing my blues the way the blues should be sung, no frills. Yet when I brought the song into the Liberty Studios, the producers felt compelled to put on the frills. I said, "Aren't you worried about burying the song or burying the soul of the song?" I asked. Well, they said, "More worried about the song not selling," was the usual answer. So this is from our album not Back to the Garden. My brain is going so many different ways. I'm like, here's the computer over here. This is from House of Wills, featuring a lot of different players and Karen Mall. And we're thankful that you're here listening into our show. And I'm going to play guitar on it. We're going to jazz it up a bit.
Cindy.
Yeah.
Prima
Thanks
mia.
again to Terry Lynn and Ann Wright. And hopefully my dad's watching. Hopefully mom's watching. We appreciate your donations. I'm going to put a little reverb on. And are you sure you don't want to play mandolin on this one? Because that's what you do usually. Wouldn't you like to hear Karen's mandolin? I think she'll pull it out.
Well, I was going to play guitar on it. Really? You know, who might argue? I mean, without this guy, I'd just be practicing in my room all by myself.
Remember, we have reverb on, so. That's right. So everything you say is like, woo!
Oh.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So the last two songs are not by Karen Mall. We're now in the Western Swing ending of the night. But this isn't actually Western Swing. This is more like good Willie Nelson.
One generation removed. What used to be my home has changed to just a place to stay. A crumbling last resort when day is new. Sometime between sundown and dawn, somehow I find my way to my home motel on Lost Love Avenue. The rooms are all in shambles. Things are scattered all over the floor. Just another sign of how much I need you. I call your name, then I remember that you don't live here anymore. In my home motel on Lost Love Avenue. No one seems to really care if I come here at all. And the one who seems to care the least is you. I'm gonna hang a neon sign in letters big and blue, saying home motel on Lost Love Avenue.
motel on Lost Love Avenue.
Thank you very much. We'll be here all week.
That's right.
We'll be here all month.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, Sarah. We're going to play a song now that was originally recorded by Jim McGraw and the Western Sundowners in 1961. Asleep at the Wheel recorded this and released it in 1976. So that's the version that we learned. And this is our last tune of the night. Let us know where you're watching this from. We will have a little after show if you want to get the lyrics and the program. We have an official program now.
What was the deal?
Oh yeah, the deal was if you donate $30, you get the CD. You get a
Actual
signed CD from us.
disc
Yeah.
in the mail at your
That's loud,
mailbox. A real thing.
And yes, and then you're going to get, that's for $30 or more, a special surprise in the mail with the CD. $10 or more gets you 3 songs tonight, and any donation tonight gets you discount at Lewis Shanks, who's supporting Austin musicians during this time. So there's many ways to participate in showing your love of the performance tonight. If you had a good time joining us, we're here every Tuesday, 7:30, and I would like to challenge everyone watching right now that when I put on the closing credits to open up your calendars and set a reminder for next week's show to come online at 7:30. And again, we'd love to hear your stories.
Tell us what you want us to play.
Yep.
Tell us what you want us to talk about.
Next week we'll be featuring Mark Gutter and Leanne Atherton. And again, any donation that you make at live.stringsattached.org. I didn't mention that enough. It's live.stringsattached.org. Everybody's wondering, where do I donate? How do I do that? Live.stringsattached.org. You'll get all of the lyrics from Karen's performance tonight to look at and go back over and what was that song about? All right, so here's Miles and Miles of Texas. We hope you're singing with us on this one. It's real easy. So sing along, okay?
Yes.
Shall we do it? Now, somehow I'm going to project the tempo to Karen right here.
Well, I come from Louisiana, down on the old bayou, raised on shrimp and catfish and Grammy's good gumbo. I got the rambling fever, said goodbye to Ma and Pa, headed west to Texas, and this is what I saw. I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the sky. I saw miles and miles of Texas. I'm gonna live here till I die. Woo! Well, I headed west to Austin, the cradle of the West. Just ask any cowboy, he'll tell you it's the best. I met a Texas beauty, I got friendly with her pa. I looked into her big blue eyes, and this is what I saw. I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the sky. I saw miles and miles of Texas. I'm gonna live here till I die. Broncos, I made every rodeo until I met a tough one. His name was Devil Joe. I got a hold of his bridle just to ride that old outlaw. He threw me from the saddle, and this is what I saw. I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the sky. I saw miles and miles of Texas. I'm gonna live here till I die.
Thank you, Austin.
Ah, we can hear your applause and your love.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much for being here.
Coming through the blue light. And now we put over to the closing credits. Once again, Karen Mall on the guitar and songs tonight, lead vocals. And she's the star of this evening. Please consider donating $30 or more to get that CD, Mercury's Wings, that we featured.
Mercury's Wings.
If you just tuned in, you could watch the whole show in just a minute and start it from the beginning. Live.stringsattached.org to make a donation or pay for the show. We thank you guys so much. We'll see you next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. for special guests Leon Atherton, Mark Utter. And thanks to all of the friends who are helping us make the sound good. And have a good night. I'm going to put some Caramel music on here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go.
When he was apprentice in London, he came to see his dear. The candles were all...
Hell. Excuse me.
Cold blows the wind to my true love, and gently blows the rain. I never had but one true love, and in a cold grave he was laid. I'll do as much for my true love as any young girl may. I'll sit and mourn all on his grave for 12 months and a day. Began to speak. When I was apprenticed in Belfast, I went to see my dear. The candles, they were burning, the moon shone bright and clear. I knocked upon her window to ease her of her pain. She rose to let me in, then she barred the door again. I like your good behavior, darling, thus I often say, and I cannot rest contented while you are far away. The winds, they are so cold that we cannot stay there out. So roll me in your arms, love, and blow the candles out. Come all you maids that live at a distance, many miles from off your sway. Come and assist me this merry moment, for to pass away sometime, singing sweetly and completely songs of pleasure and of love. For my heart is with him altogether. about you. When I wake, I find no rest. For every moment thinking of you, my heart aches within my breast. Although far distance may be assistance, still my mind is like to rove. For my heart is with him altogether, though I live not where I love. All the world shall be one religion, living things shall cease to die, before that I prove false to my Jew, or any way his love deny. The world shall change and be most strange, if ever I my love remove. For my heart is with him altogether, though I live not where I love. So farewell, lads, and farewell, lasses. Now I think I know my choice. I will away to yonder mountain, where I think I hear his voice. And if he calls, then I will follow through the world, though it is so wide. For young Thomas, he has promised that I should be his loving bride. So come all you maids that live at a distance, many miles from off your swain. Come and assist me this very moment, for to pass away some time, singing sweetly and completely songs of pleasure and of love. For my heart is with him altogether, though I live not where I love. As I went a walking one evening fair, it being the summer to take the air, I spied a maiden and a sailor bold, and I stood to listen, and I stood to listen, to hear what they might say. He said, "Fair maid, why do you roam by yonder lea and all alone?" She heaved a sigh, and the tears did roll, for my dark-eyed sailor, for my dark-eyed sailor, he plows the stormy sea. 'Tis 7 long years since he left this land, a ring he took off from his lily white hand. One half of the ring is still here with me, but the other is rolling, but the other is rolling at the bottom of the sea. said, "Fair maid, you must dry your eyes. Some other young man you will surely find, for love turns aside and soon grows cold, like a winter's morning, like a winter's morning, when the fields are clad in snow." She said, "I'll never forsake my dear, although we've been parted this many a year. Gentle was he, not a rake like you, who'd induce a maiden, who'd induce a maiden to slide the jacket blue." One half of the ring did young William show. She ran distracted in grief and woe, saying, "William, oh William, I have gold in store for my dark-eyed sailor, for my dark-eyed sailor, he has come home again."
There's still some of you out there, you watching. Some of you are still tuning in. Thanks for listening. This is Karen, who's Dark-Eyed Sailor recording, if you're wondering. Enjoy. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. Or you can text me directly.
I will twine, I will mingle my waving black hair with the roses so red and the lilies so fair, the myrtle so bright of an emerald hue, the pale amaryllis and violets of blue. Oh, he promised to love me, he promised to love, to cherish me always, all others above. Then I woke from my dream and my idol was clay. My passion of loving had vanished away. Oh, he taught me to love him, he called me his flower, a blossom to cheer him through life's weary hour. But now he has gone and left me alone, the wild flowers to weep and the wild birds to moan. I will dance, I will sing all my troubles away. I will charm every heart in the crowd I survey. Though my heart is breaking, he never shall know how his name makes me tremble, my pale cheeks to glow. Oh, he promised to love me, he promised to love, to cherish me always, all others above. I will live yet to see him regret that dark hour when he won, then neglected his frail wildwood flower.
For those of you that are remaining, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week, 7:30 p.m., Tuesdays, Strings Attached, at home. Be sure to set your calendar, set yourself a reminder, and if you want to get on our email list to be reminded, it's stringsattachedmusic.net. Send us your letters, send us your pictures of where you're watching from, and we'll share them with our audience. Thanks again.